Welcome back to MathWorks channel, and today pag-aaralan natin paano ba mag-solve ng word problems na involve ang quadratic equations. So sa ating first problem, we have suppose that the sum of the two whole number is 9 and the sum of the reciprocal is 1/2. Find the numbers. So sabi, ang sum daw ng dalawang number is 9 at kapag kinuha mo yung reciprocal ng two numbers, ang sum nila is 1/2. Okay? So, ano ba yung reciprocal? So, let's say, we have 5. Ang reciprocal ng 5 is 1/5. Ang reciprocal ng 10 is 1/10. The reciprocal of 2 is 1/2. And ang reciprocal ng x is 1/x. Simply, ilalagay mo lang yung number as a denominator and ang magiging numerator niya is 1. So, yun yung reciprocal natin. And to continue solving the problem, so I have here the representation. So, sabi, let x be the first number, let 9 minus x be the second number, and para makuha yung reciprocal nila, eto na yan. Okay? So, our numerator is 1, then napunta sa denominator yung ating mga number. And we have 9 minus x as the denominator, then we have 1 here. So, these are the reciprocal of our two numbers, two unknown numbers. So, for the solution, kailangan magaling ka gumawa ng equation. So, ang sikreto dito, dapat tama yung iyong susulat na equation based dun sa ating problem. So, sabi sa problem, balikan lang natin. So, sabi sa problem, the sum of their reciprocal is 1/2. Kaya nakabuo tayo dito ng equation. Ang sum ng kanilang reciprocal ay 1/2. So, that will be our equation. So, isi-simplify lang natin. So, we have our denominator, the product of the two denominators. Then, i-cross multiply lang natin kagaya ng mga dati ko ginagawa dun sa previous problem ko. So, we have 9 minus x times 1 and 1 times x. And that is equal to 1/2. So, to continue, ayan. So, we have 9, sinimplify lang natin, the negative x plus x. 9x minus x squared is equal to 1/2. So, cancel na natin yung x. We have 0. Then, i-rearrange lang natin ito. So, magka-come up tayo dito. And pagdating naman dito sa part na to, gumamit ako dito ng cross multiplication. So, 9 times 2, 18. Then, 1 times itong binomial na ito. So, we have negative x squared plus 9x. Then, makakakuha na tayo ng standard form ng quadratic equation. So, kapag nandito na tayo sa part na to, pag may quadratic equation na tayo, pwede na tayo mag-decide ano ba yung technique na gagamitin ko. Is it factoring, extracting square root, quadratic formula, or completing the square? Dito na natin i-apply yung mga natutunan natin dun sa ating previous lesson. So, ang ginawa ko dito ay gumamit ako ng factoring. Okay? So, ang factor ng x squared minus 9x plus 18 ay 6 and I have x minus 6 and x minus 3. So, to continue, x minus 6 equals 0. X minus 3 is equal to 0. So, we have our first number is 6 and we have here our second solution is 3. Okay? So, pwede pa rin tayong gumamit ng quadratic formula and completing the square. So, pakita ko lang yung sa quadratic formula. Yan. So, ito yung ating standard form na quadratic equation. The quadratic formula, our values for A, B, and C. So, pwede natin siyang gamitin kaso medyo mahaba. No? So, ang technique dito, kung kaya mo naman siyang gamitan ng factoring technique, so, factoring nila. Pero kung nahihirapan ka sa kakagumamit ng quadratic formula kasi medyo mahaba yung solution. But, they have the same answer, 6 and 3. So, to have the checking, ang sabi sa problem kanina, ang sum daw ng dalawang number is 9. So, kung i-check natin, the sum of the two whole number is 9. 6 plus 3 is 9. And the sum of the reciprocal is 1/2. So, yung reciprocal nila, pag inad natin, is 1/2. So, therefore, our solutions na 6 and 3 are correct. So, the two unknown numbers are 6 and 3. Okay? Problem number 2. For problem number 2, okay. Problem number 2, find the two consecutive even integers whose product is 224. So, let x be the first even integer and x plus 2 be the second even integer. Okay, so ito yung ginawa kong representation. Bakit? Pag sinabing consecutive, magkakasunod. Okay, let's say, consecutive numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Ang sabi dito, consecutive even. Kaya mag-even numbers are like 2, 4, 6, 8. Yan. Consecutive even integers. Consecutive odd integers, we have 3, 5, 7. Consecutive days, we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay? Consecutive months, we have November, December, January. So, those are. So, hopefully, ay malinaw na kung ano ibig sabihin ng consecutive. So, even numbers are numbers that are divisible by 2. So, integers, it can be positive or it can be negative integers. So, ang sabi, ang 2 consecutive even integers, ang product ay 224. So, I have here the representation. So, let x be the first integer, x plus 2 be the second integer. Paano kung may third even integer pa? So, mag-a-add ka lang dito ng x plus 4. Ang sunod na ay x plus 6, x plus 8, and so on. So, our solution, equation. So, pag kinuha natin yung product ng dalawang ito, we have 224, sabi sa problem. So, that will be our equation. So, ang gagawin sa equation na yun ay isi-simplify lang natin sa part na ito. So, we have x times x plus 2 is equal to 224. X times x squared plus 2x using the distributive property. Then, i-transpose lang natin si 224. It will become negative 224 equals 0. So, again, ang ginamit ko dito ay factoring technique. So, ang factors ng 224, we have 16 and 14. At ang difference ng ito, since ito ay negative sign, ibig sabihin, we're looking for the numbers that are opposite in sign. So, So, meaning, ang difference nila ay 2. So, I have here 16 and negative 14. So, these are the factors. So, to continue with, x plus 16 equals 0 using the zero factor property, and x minus 14 is equal to 0. So, we have x is negative 16, or we have x sub 2 is equal to 14. So, this will be our first integer. For the first integer, it can be negative 16 or it can be positive 14. Okay, since both are even integers. Okay, so x plus 2 will be our second integer. So, sa nakuha yung x plus 2, ito yung x plus 2, sabi natin kanina sa representation, x plus 2 be the second even integer. So, isa-substitute natin yung ating nakuha na first even integer to find the second even integer. So, ayan, substitution tayo ngayon. So, we have negative 16, ito yun, plus 2 is equal to negative 14. So, for our first set of solutions, is negative 14 and negative 16. And for our second set, we have x plus 2. 14 plus 2 is positive 16. So, we have 14 and 16 on our second set of solutions. So, meaning, there are two sets of solutions na possible dito. So, the two numbers, the two even integers can be negative 14 and negative 16, or a combination of positive 14 and positive 16. Okay, so take note that these two numbers are also even integers, although they are negative. So, same thing with positive 14 and positive 16. And if you do the checking, if you multiply 14 and 16, you still arrive at positive 224. And if you multiply negative 14 and negative 16, the answer is still 224. So, there are two solution sets for the problem number 2. Okay?